All right, what's going on, guys? December 10th, market recap. Really incredibly accurate day for order flow again. Well done to the team. Incredibly frustrating day for me because my rules keep me out of a lot of stuff. Um, I'll explain why, right? You guys will look at this and be like, well, your levels are perfect. Like, why aren't you doing this and why aren't you doing that? Because there's a certain sequence I always look for in the market. And while it was giving me the perfect sequences to short and giving me the perfect entries, there's areas within a fractal framework of the auction, and this goes to my whole basis of trading, that I can't short or I can't long until other levels trade. So it's a little bit difficult to kind of go over, but I'll just kind of show you the charts and explain to you, even though sorry, even though the levels are perfect, right? And I'll go over ES and NQ, the level, like absolutely bang on context. Watch those I laid out last night was absolutely perfect. The sequence and just where it was trading, I couldn't take my trades based off my requirements. But you'll see majority of you people were probably already shorting at my levels and stuff like that just because of just how the market was trading. All right, so let's get into it here real quick. Again, if you like what I'm doing here, guys, like and subscribe, hit it down below. Um, if you want to come learn how to build market context with your own trading, come and join us, man. I'm with the team all day long. I'm on the mic for the first hour and a half of the day. 30 minutes prior to the open, we discuss the trade plan that I lay out the night before, any changes, and we discuss really key levels of market context and order flow throughout the day that are about to happen. And then we just let the open happen and we walk through live what's going on the tape, right? And what's going on as far as context goes and levels, right? So before we get into it, hang on one sec here. Let me bring up my plans here from last night. So this was sent out last night to the team. It's posted obviously in my Discord here as I laid out kind of the context for the following day. So let's kind of bring these up here first, as I always like to do. All right, so let's check it out. So ES and NQ. Okay, so let's go to the ES first here because it kind of dictated what was going on. Oh, what, hang on here. Oh, there we go. Okay, so ES. This is sent out last night here. Okay, last night. Okay, last night. I said perfect call Sunday for the move into 56. Okay, just propping coming into the close, refusing to let it trade. Okay, so we got down low. My level that I wanted to see trade was 56.25 on the ES, right? But there's a big but. Okay, as per plan on Sunday, I want to see if dips into 56 to 50 zone will hold up tomorrow, today, and what the order flow looks like. If we get that set up, I want to be long towards 74 to 80. Okay, what was today's high? 74, right? I wanted to be short under 74. It was literally the top tick of the day. And then re-gauge the tape. Order flow is very strong at 78 to 88. Absolutely. Heavy, heavy, heavy sell imbalances. Positions have been built there. Okay. If we are to fail, this is key. If we are to fail 50, I think it's possible that we are on track to trade 35. Today's low, 40. Okay. Bang on. Calling the bottom last night within context, right? And it wouldn't touch, and I wouldn't touch long if we were to accept below 50 tomorrow and stay offered. It would be more of a fade down. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. A lot of folks are short below 70. So if 56 to 50 can hold, I like the idea of retesting those stops with overall market resistance into 78.80. Okay. So key levels, we'll revisit those. NQ, same deal with NQ, I said. 406.25 is a big level. Now, all of you guys were dipping 45 when 406 was the level. Okay, so and I'll explain why 45 and 46 the difference between them, why I can't long 40, 45. Sorry, my kids just going crazy. We could look below it a bit, but if you're a bull down here, you really want to save this level tomorrow and rotate it back towards 84.5. Where was the high today? Where was everybody getting short? 84 and a half. Okay. So over 84, then hopeful intraday test could come to 562. Where was today's high? 562. Well, we'll say 601 level, but we couldn't close 562. Where did the sell come from? 562. Okay. Order flow. Order flow and context is your friend in the market. Below 406, we risk losing a trending day to the downside and heading back towards 21,250. This could happen tomorrow, but we'll get into the charts here. So, all right, let's check it out. ES. Okay, so you heard me talk about 74. Okay, well, what happened? Right, where did we trade up to today? Look at this. So here's my level, 74.25. Open, tons of people bid, send the market up, try to get through 74.25. We stuff, we tap the level, we immediately reject. I mean, like we reject. Okay, cool. It doesn't come back up for me to get a short on, right? This was really frustrating sequence here. We're under the open print, and everyone just starts shorting here at this previous selling position. Everyone just starts shorting. It is what it is, right? So perfect scenario. We reject here. We trade the level, come back down, we come back down. I get a wicked short on, and we take it down towards 64. Now, here's 64. So here's where my rules get in the way of stuff, right? So I can't long here unless this trades first. And I can't short here ever because of where it is on the fractal frame of things. I know if it stays under here, we're going to go to here, right? But I'm not allowed to take an entry here as per my system, right? The system that I trade. I just can't do it. I'll break my rules, even though this was perfect, right? And it ended up going right to my level, 54. So everyone was dipping here, right? 64, everyone's buying multi-session low. We knew on Sunday that price needs to trade 54, and that's exactly what happened. So once it gets under here, I can't short this level either because this has not traded yet, right? Even though I know price is going to, you guys may be like, well, that's a stupid rule. It keeps me safe, right? Even though the setups were really, really nice here, we get a beautiful session close, pull back. It was an easy short under it. I can't break this rule. I cannot break this rule ever. Otherwise, it's going to mess up my own trading, right? So I'm happy. I hate it when price trades in this area of like a fractal framework and my levels, but it keeps me safe, even though I'm getting the entries and I should be taking these trades. And I'll show you NQ. NQ is even more painful. Um, I'm just happy that my market context is absolutely correct, right? I can take, happiness in the fact of that, but like it keeps me out of like maybe more obvious trades that you guys might be taking on your own, right? But I'm happy with the planning today. Boom, 74 short, 64 to 54, right? 74 to 54 was the main target. And we said if we lost 54, we trade down to 35, right? Here's my blow off, right? We almost got there. And then they bought the living snot out of here into the close. But you can see here, right? We held my level to the tick, right? And then they just drill the stops. Market loves to do this, eh? One last drilling, and then they buy it all up, right? So everybody, it drills all the stops, and then they just buy it all up, right? Look at these prints. They buy it all up here at the lows, and then they rotate it back up here. So kind of frustrating here with E-mini, but again, it's the exact same thing happened with the NQ today, right? And I'll explain that to you. But like, I can take happiness in the fact that the game plan was perfect. The levels traded perfect. It's just where the levels were located within the fractal frame of how the market trades, right? And go back and watch my earlier videos on high price moves. You can see price moves perfectly, right? Within a fractal framework if you understand the framework of what it's doing. Okay, enough about that. Absolutely banger. Disappointed where it all set up, but hey, it is what it is. Here's the NQ. Same deal. Here's my 562, right? Look what happened. First session tries to get it, closes below, comes out to my 601 level. If you guys remember from the previous day, 601, hit it to the tick, boom, look where it closed. The session closed right on 562. What happens on the very next session? Spends an hour trying to accept out a level, can't. Next session opens up, boom, drilled. Drilled. All right. So then what happens, right? It comes down to 84. 84 is not a new level for me. Okay. It's been on my chart since last week. You guys have watched the previous videos, right? And then you see one session, two sessions, three sessions, four sessions, five sessions. The sixth session under 84 sells down right to my 406.25 target. Beautiful. Absolutely perfect trade planning today, right? So you guys saw last night I laid this out, right? Under 84, we trade down to 406. I want to sell into 562. That's exactly what happened. But again, the same deal with NQ is I can't short this level. I'm not allowed to short it where it was within the fractal framework, right? I'm just not allowed to, right? Until this trades, right? And even here, I can't short it down here anyways. I look for the long down here. We just ran out of time, right? So once this trades, if this thing traded and held the level and then closed back above 84, I'd be long, right? Or, if we had some bullish closes here above 406, but you can see we just had one more drill down to our 67 level below it and then, got bought up. So yeah, incredibly frustrating. There's a level here at 45 that everyone's been buying for like 2 weeks, or not 2 weeks, 2 sessions, right? Yesterday's session, overnight session. I wasn't interested in buying this at all, even though it's a level for us, right? 45.25 right here. I didn't draw it out because I'm like, I can't long this level, just like the ES, until this trades, right? So even though it comes down here, we get a bullish reaction and we come down and get this beautiful retest. I could have went long here. I get this beautiful bearish reaction. We pull back. I could have got short here, right? And these are 40-point moves, right? So I would take this up for 40 points and I would take this down for 40 points, possibly 80 points to target. But I'm not allowed to take these entries because of where the levels are located in that frame that day, right? Before 84 was like way up here for me, right? So I was dipping 84 and taking those trades long back up to 601, right? If you remember a couple days ago. But, things changed, right? And our levels got moved down. And now I'm just like, I can't get involved down here until this 406 trades. And while everyone's buying here, I sat here all day long watching this bounce, right? This bounce, waiting for this level to trade. When it finally trades, right? It's a very bearish session into the level. It closes and holds above the level. And I knew we were going to get drilled down more, right? And then we drill down more. We get bought off my 67 level, which is like right here. Right here. So it's like right here, 67, kind of like right around here. And then we knew kind of some support would come in here, but it's too late in the day for me to trade, right? And then we get a beautiful, again, 40-point move back up to my 406, almost a tick, and then drifting up after hours. So yeah, that's one of those days. But you can see extremely accurate. It's just a shame that all the price action was taking place in a certain area that I'm really not allowed to short, and an area I'm not allowed to long until a lower level trades first. But keeps me out of trouble. And that's my trading, man. It's boring. My trading is boring, right? Like I maybe take one trade a day, but when it sets up properly, like if this set up higher up in my frame, where like up here, you can see 80 points, man. Easy. I just got to let it set up properly off the levels. It's just, unfortunately, it was an area that I'm really not allowed to short. So, but that's okay. But yeah, I mean, if I stick to my rules, guys, I get maybe a trade a day. That's all I want. One shot, one kill, and I trade less, right? Some days I won't get an entry, and that's okay. I'd rather be flat than to try to force something. So I know from our own back testing with the team, if I wait for ABC to do and do the same thing every single day, it's going to win 85% of the time. And it's going to give me NQ, it's going to give me at least 40 points. Good chance it gives you 80 points if you trade it correctly. ES, it'll give you 10 points minimum. A lot of times we'll hit 15, 20 points if done correctly. As you can see from 74 to 54 today. As you can see from 562 up at the top here today on NQ all the way down to 84, then under 84, all the way down to 406. So yeah, that's how the fucking day goes sometimes, boys. But hey, man, we're happy. Team's good, and I'd love to see you over on my side, and you can come learn some of this order flow and how to stay relaxed in a trade. Understand kind of how sessions are traded, right? And this is what we do, right? You don't see a lot of candlesticks on this chart, right? 30 minutes, trade sessions, understand the importance of acceptance, the power of order flow, and how levels are generated and what all these numbers mean. Come join us, man. Links in the description. We'll see you all for CPI. I already know, got levels laid out for CPI, and I'll send a watch list out to the team there in the room for tomorrow. And hopefully I'll see some of you guys in there soon. Links in the description. If not, just give me a thumbs up on the video, man. Leave a comment, like, and subscribe. Helps me a lot, and I'll keep doing these videos. All right, guys. We'll see you after CPI. Have a good day. Ciao, ciao.